Hey everybody, I just wanted to throw up a quick video because this is the last time I'm going to be in this vocal booth doing any recording. I've got to tear it down today because we're moving. So I did have something on my mind today that I wanted to share with you, and this is going to be a bit of a disjointed video because I haven't written anything out. I'm just trying to knock it out real quick, and I'll be ripping off a lot of people's quotes. But something did cross my mind today while I was listening to the Drunken Peasants podcast, and they were talking about the anti-gay legislation in Uganda. And I've heard a little bit here and there about it, and honestly, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it until I found out exactly where that bill came from and how it came to be passed. So I'll just read you a quick excerpt from the Wikipedia article on the subject. From 5 to 8 March 2009, a workshop took place in Kampala, the capital of Uganda. It featured 3 American evangelical Christians: Scott Lively, Caleb Lee Brundage, and Don Schmierer. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I don't care. So the theme of this conference was how to make gay people straight, and how gay men often sodomize teenage boys, and how the gay movement is an evil institution whose goal is to defeat the marriage-based society and replace it with a culture of sexual promiscuity. There's about a dozen priest comments I could throw in there, but I'll leave those alone in favor of trying to keep it on task here. Anyway, the real point behind that is you've got these 3 American evangelicals over there pushing to get this bill passed. Mind you, when they were pushing to get this bill passed, it included the death penalty for being homosexual. Okay? The death penalty. Now, when they did finally pass the bill back in December of 2013, they dropped the death penalty in favor of life imprisonment. Now, think about what would happen if you had evangelicals or any group here in the U.S. trying to push for something like that. We want to make homosexuality a crime on par with murder. We want to seek the same punishment as murderers and rapists for people who are just gay. Of course that would never happen. That'd be fucking ridiculous, and they'd be laughed off. But if they can go preach that hateful bullshit in some country that would support the death penalty, or at least life imprisonment for homosexuals, boy, they're going to jump right on it, aren't they? And they're going to push for it and push for it. And they got it, and boy, they couldn't be happier. Now, I bring that up because one of the recurring themes in a theological debate, usually with Christians, is all the horrible atrocities that the Christian church has committed throughout the years. You know, things like the Spanish Inquisition, or the Crusades, or the Salem witch trials. And the common response is, yes, but that was hundreds of years ago. The church no longer condones that kind of action. Yeah, the reason the church no longer condones that kind of action is because of secular laws. Okay, here's where I'm going to rip off a quote from Christopher Hitchens when he's talking about how the churches are all nice and amicable today. He says, but we have a right to remember how barbarically they behaved when they were strong and were making an offer that people could not refuse. That's exactly what we saw in Uganda. That is exactly what the church did. They went in where they knew they had power, and we see how absolutely barbaric they're still willing to be today, if you just let them. So when people bring up that same tired old argument about where do you get your morality from, if not the Bible, well, I'd say fuck you, because apparently the church is still using the Bible to persecute and imprison people based solely on their sexual orientation, and they're doing it wherever they can get away with it. And like I said, the only reason they're not getting away with it here is because of secular laws. It has absolutely nothing to do with any kind of morality being drawn from the Bible or any church or any other holy book. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I had to get that off my chest. Now I'm going to tear down the vocal booth. Don't forget, subscribe, leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later.